Welcome back to the Daughters of the Moon podcast. Both Mom and I are so excited that you can join us today for our December monthly readings so we can tell you what some of the energies will be for the month of December. Make sure you tune in, make sure you're subscribing to us so you don't miss any of our beautiful episodes. The cards that I chose today are The Sacred Destiny by Denise Linn and
There's nice cards.
mhm, and
Yeah,
The Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle by Abiola Abrams. So
cool.
those are the two that kind of jumped out at me. And then when I dealt them, these are the ones that came up. So the first one is freedom.
Woo. Nice card. Very nice card. Okay, do you want me to do it? Start it?
Yeah.
Okay. What I see is that being that it's the month of December that we're talking about, we're always so locked up in December trying to find the gifts, trying to do the things that we need to do, that we think we need to do to make our Christmas successful. Where I think that the thing of freedom for the month of December says, allow yourself to just go with the flow with it. Don't get so locked up with it so that you don't have the freedom to really, because if we start pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, now we get sort of locked into what we think we should do. So the freedom means to move slowly with it, to allow yourself to just really feel what should be happening and what you should be giving versus getting yourself farther into debt and things like that, overthinking that it matters. Because it doesn't. Now, what matters is giving your time and your love to the people that are around you and give them the freedom to do the things that they want to do. So it's better not trying to lock yourself up with that. Also, I think that freedom starts to say, allow yourself to go with the flow. Because if you allow your wings to fly, if you allow yourself to fly, then you allow the information to come from above that tells you, okay, this is what you need to be doing in order to source out the things to feel good about yourself and to release anything that's been pulling you back this year and have the freedom that's coming up to you in this new year that we're just walking into very soon. It is very soon. I love the bird in it because birds are always to me about spreading your wings, getting what you need, pulling it into you. And I really like that. And, and being in the scope where it is, don't allow anything to hold you back. And that's what birds say to me, just go with it and be free. And that's a free of movement and free of thought.
I love that. And similar to what I was actually picking up as well was about the freedom of going with the flow and just letting things flow more naturally because I agree with you. We get so hung up in, we need to go visit these people. We need to, get gifts for these people. We got to and sometimes just your presence is gift enough for people. So I agree with you is try in December instead of getting yourself all stressed, give yourself that freedom to just relax and go with the flow, like you said. And I think too, birds for me also is about messages coming your way. So it's about, paying attention. And I think when we're not so wound up, we have more capability of listening to those messages as they're coming in and delivering themselves for us. So yeah, it's just really letting loose. I think I agree with you there. I think
Yeah, yeah. It's even my own self, I was thinking like this year, what do I give the kids? Because I was thinking we have 23 grandkids between us, but well, 22 until Sheila has her baby. And then we'll see what about, so I thought, okay, what would be a good gift? Because I thought about something that would be something for them to do, like a zoo or something like that, or a show or whatever. So I'm thinking about that kind of gift for everybody this year, which may be just a gift card, right? But
yeah.
at least that way their choices are to do what they want. And I don't have to be straining my mind and being stressed out thinking, what would this one like and what would that one? Because they're all different ages and sizes and all the rest of it. So, and sexes and all. So I think the card relates real good for me because it's saying allow my mind to have the freedom to think in out of the box and not allowing myself to get so cramped up trying to think, okay, well, I should do this and I should do that. So that's what I'm planning on this year for all the grandkids. I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's wonderful. And I think that does really play into that as well, right? Giving
Yeah.
yourself the freedom and the grace to do what you feel is the right thing to, you know, share your love and things like that. So good
Yeah.
message and
Yeah.
realistic. Okay, the next one is The Judge, Poetic Justice.
Wow. Okay. So I get a bunch of stuff with that. What I get first about it is, what are you judging yourself so much about? Is it because it's the month of December? It sort of runs along with the freedom card for sure. Because if you're judging yourself as to how you should be putting together and what you should be doing for the month of December, then you're putting yourself in a situation and holding yourself back. Um, don't be so quick to judge yourself and don't be so quick to judge others, because this is the month where people's sentiments and emotions are up and down and all over the place. And you can't really judge what they're thinking this month a lot with people because it's all over the place. Balance is good. You see the scales of balancing there. So instead of judging it without balancing it out and try to give it both sides of the of view sort of thing, when you are judging something, if you balance it out a little bit, it'll help to give you some kind of maintenance too, with judging what you need to do. So instead of judging, allow the freedom of opening your arms and letting the energy come in to help you to see what you need to be seeing and doing what you need to be doing without putting harsh judgment on others or yourself.
Mhm. Yeah, I like that. I think you're right on there because that's kind of similar to what I'm picking up is, we so often judge each other and ourselves, as you said, without really even sometimes knowing all the factual stuff behind it. And so I think that, Christmas is a hard time, I think, because people feel like they're being judged on what they're giving people, on who they're spending time with, those kind of things. And I think it's just saying, we only have so long on this human plane. And, living in judgment either on our own selves or other people is a waste of time. And so it's more about balancing things out and, living in your flow. And it's like, it just feels like, sometimes we do like a retaliatory thing when we're doing stuff and people either say something or do something and then we feel like we need to lash out. And I think that, it's about really going within and thinking about the situation and saying, "Oh, okay, this is something I need to speak my mind about," or, this is something I need to balance out this way, right? And I
Mhm.
think we can speak our minds, and I think that's a big thing too, is we can speak our minds without being in that judgment. So I think
Right.
yeah, I think that's a good message. I love what you said there too.
And I think too with judgment, it gives us anxiety and stress and things like that. And so we don't want to have that. We want to give ourselves a really refreshing kind of start to the month.
Mm.
And because we got the new year that's coming up right away here. And so we might be setting ourselves up too for opening yourselves up enough so when the new year starts that we're fulfilling that dream, being that it's going to be a 1 year too. So all the new stuff that you want to bring in, I think that if you allow yourself this month to sort of just go with the flow and not allow yourself get stressed out and things like that, don't let the Christmas thing get to the best of you. Then yeah, you're walking into the new year with a really good presence, sort of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. And I think too, try to be gracious with yourself in this month because there's so much going on and it's so busy. And I think as the year ends and we start into this new year, we start to judge what we've done and what we've accomplished in this last year. And are we where we need to be? And did we accomplish what we want? And it's like, you know what? Who cares? You accomplished what you accomplished, and there's always next year or tomorrow, or I think it's just really about balancing out things for yourself and just being okay with how far you are and where you're at right now.
Because even if you've only accomplished by making one change in the year and it was a successful change, then at least you've done that change. So it doesn't have to be a whole bunch of stuff. But if you can sit back and say, okay, yeah, I did succeed in that in this year. So I'm going to, my next step is to see what I can change in the year coming up to, whether it be stressful, whether it just be joy, whatever, it's a trip. Um, you allow yourself to just let it happen.
Hmm.
Right.
Yep. Perfect. I love that. Okay. Now this is a very beautiful card. It's delight. Oops.
Isn't that neat? Because it's another bird. Um, and it's got the flowers around it. Flowers to me are always signify of beauty around things. So allowing yourself to feel the joy and what you're setting up for this month. Feel the joy of love. Because when you put love into your heart, everything gets easier and it's such a delight because you feel happy, you rejoice every day in the moments of what you have. you know it's telling you, like, when you're grateful for everything you do, because it's been a year, I find. And, well, I shouldn't say year, it's been a few months has been for me where I find the word grateful has been coming up like so much, because there's so many people that aren't happy with what they have and aren't grateful what's in front of them. So I think this card is just saying is be grateful what's around you, see the beauty that's around you as well, and delight in the fact that you're seeing where you should be going with the clear, straight thoughts. Because I think that's what the Spirit's trying to do for you. And the bird, again, even though it's sitting on the ground, but he's looking straight ahead saying, this is where I want, and this is what I want for my future. I'm going to look at it and contemplate it, and I let my mind be, exaggerate and be full of dreams and all the rest of the stuff, because the card's so it's really pretty. It's a really pretty card, but it's also a very soothing and calming card to me. So delight in what you have around you. Be grateful for what you have right now, because tomorrow is another day. And bring yourself to the joy of just giving love around this Christmas time instead of having to worry about what's coming out of your wallet. And that way you can see a future, because maybe you could buy a trip for everybody next year, or do whatever you want. I mean, it can encompass all kinds of different things. I know that's a lot of trip, but you know, um, be joyful and rejoiceful in what was around you, and smell the flowers of the month. Don't allow yourself get all stressed out with everything. That's what
Beautiful.
I see.
I love that message. Yeah, I think really the only thing that I had to add that kind of came in with me was, even though it's very bleak outside, because especially up here in Canada, we have a lot of snow and it gets really cold, and it's just like still try to find that springtime within your heart is what I kept hearing. So I agree with you. I can't add too much more onto that because I think exactly what you said, right? Is to be living in that and just, yeah, just don't allow yourself to get that hum and glum and be brought down by it. So,
Yeah, because December can make you be depressed, because worrying what gifts, and it's sort of going over what we already said. But but we don't want to be. We want to bring the moment of putting our tree up, and being happy, because that's part of a nice feeling when you put your tree up. It makes you smile, and that kind of thing. So you want to keep that positive thought in your heart and in your soul and in your mind as much as you can, so that you can just, because when you're thinking positive and you're thinking light, it comes easier for you, and
mhm,
it'll make your season of December just really nice for you.
exactly. Yeah, no, I love that. Okay, and this one is root of fire, risk it all. Oops.
Wow. And look at it, the reds and everything else of it, which really fits into the month. Um, the root of fire to me is like, when I think of red and root of fire, to me, it's like if you look at your chakra system, where you've got your base chakra of your reds, which is saying to you, find what gives you ground you, but find what gives you that security of stance right now. Dig deep into it, Let it be the root of the fire that you're gaining for the month that's coming up here. Allow that your root chakra to stand firm on your decisions and just go with the flow with it. Don't let anybody change that, because that's working with in so many different ways on your root chakra, of where you need to find that bliss. So let the root chakra open up, stand your ground, stay firm in what you want to do, allow and rejoice on the things that you have already. Don't be trying to bring something up that it's beyond what you need right now or can afford right now. Let the root be strong and be satisfied with what you have and what is around you right now, which you're going to be bringing into this month of December. Um, that's a nice card. It's a really, really cool card too, because it almost to me runs into the Christmas time too. I know it's a lay in that of summer, but it still can rejoice in the thing of Christmas for me. So have a nice Christmas and just stand your ground. Don't change your ways of being for somebody else to make them be happy so that you think you're going to be happy, because that's not the way to be. Do you and rejoice in the fact that you're still here, and that the Christmas, no matter whether it's full of money, it's going to be full of love. And with that, you don't need anything else.
Yeah, I love that. And yeah, I can totally see that kind of almost looks like the garland that you put on your tree. And I'm
That's
really getting,
exactly what I thought when I saw it.
yeah, I think that's really cool. And to me with it, I'm just picking up is that, when there's something that you really want deep within your soul, and I love how it says risk it all, because I think you have to be grounded in order to do that. But I think, so often we hold ourselves back and we feel like, especially in the month of December, where there's other things that, we're torn about doing, buying gifts, whatever. It feels like, it's not selfish to do things for yourself within this month or any time as far as it goes. And it's like if there is something that's kind of been niggling at you, and obviously if you can afford it or there's something free that you can offer, it's like take that risk and go for it and just see where it kind of ends up for you, because it feels like it's a gift to yourself when we start to honor the fire within us and what we want to put out into this world and accomplish. And then I 100% agree with you, standing firm on what you believe and just, being in the presence of yourself for December.
Yeah, don't let anything pull you back. Live within your own means of money, and don't feel like you're in judgment because of what you can afford. Because you know what, some of us are more blessed with that type of thing, and some of us are less blessed. But we still have the love around us that that money doesn't bring happiness and love. It can bring you a little bit more, but sometimes it doesn't, right? It's
Yeah.
just money. So don't allow yourself to get caught in any kind of fire of what you're going to own in the next year and you're going to have to be paying off all the time. Try to live within the means of what you have today so that you could enjoy what you have coming up in the future. So you're not encased in debt and other things, and remorse for doing something that you should not.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, just go with the flow and let that your fire really burn deep so that you really set yourself in and saying, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to have any really bad feelings of it at all because I feel good about it, and it'll be easy for you.
Yeah, agreed. 100% agree with that. So, I mean, I think it's just, going out and being you and giving of yourself, I think is more of a gift to people than anything else. And, bringing back some family traditions perhaps, or bringing whatever it is that makes your world set on fire, do that. And, I think the real true essence of Christmas is not about what you can purchase for somebody. It's more about, a thought that you're having or the time that you're spending or these different things, right? So I think I 100% agree with what you're saying. So
And I
Now,
think too,
every,
last week, sorry,
oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
I think too is we give to everyone all the time out of our hearts, to make sure that everyone's getting some highlights and what they can look at and what they can do to help themselves. So we give that every time we're on here. We do it with out of our hearts and that type of thing. So anybody ever wants to donate to us in any way, shape, or form, would be grateful as well, because we do put our time up for you and we love doing it. Don't get us wrong. We love being here with you. We love spending the time. So just a thought.
Yep. Or if you
But
want to book any of our services, you can, DM us on any of our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and go on our website. We have our calendar on there, and so you can book that way. I know you take some personal ones of your former clients, so just knowing that that's out there. December 12th, we have Jean Atman went on with us, and it will be a live podcast on YouTube. So make sure you're tuning into that and watch our social medias because there will be some promo ads coming out for it, what you can expect with the live, those kind of things. So I think you'll really love it. She was a previous guest on with us, and she's just a lovely, lovely lady. So really think you're going to enjoy that. As I think we talked about in our one of our last podcasts, we're moving into doing a little bit more lives. So we're hoping to do at least a couple every month, going into the new year, seeing how that kind of goes. So again, watch our watch our social medias, subscribe to our newsletter off of our website. And we always put on there what's upcoming for the month and things like that. So we hope you have the most magical December, however you um, celebrate it, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. We wish you all of the best with that.
we do, and we hope that you take the time for yourself because self-love is important for you too. So take the time to sit back during this hustle bustle month and enjoy, whether you like a glass of wine or just sit back with a fruit juice. But take the time for you to take that time, sit back, read a book, but at least enjoy parts of it so that you don't get stressed out. That's a good message. And yeah, I'll read with the live stuff. We're excited with the live because you're going to be able to come on here and finally ask some questions to these people that we're going to have be on with. And so if it's something that's you've been thinking about or wanting to know, the people will be there for you and we'll be there to answer questions that you need or you want to know for the new year coming up or even this month. So yeah, please join us.
Yes. And we will see you on the next podcast. So have a magical week.
You will.